what is marriage according to the Bible? Because this is a program that is set from a biblical Christian perspective. So we are not just discussing marriage from anywhere. We have a benchmark. Okay. And the benchmark is Scripture, the Bible. We are Christians. So in the Christian perspective, because there are people who have their own ideas of what marriage is, and they can keep the ideas. But for us, and those of us that prescribe to the biblical ideals of life and Christianity, then we want to know, when you're a Christian, you talk about marriage, what are you talking about?
4 things. And they are based on the book of Genesis chapter 2. And the first thing you learn in Genesis, that marriage is between a male and a female committed to each other for life.
Yeah.
Let me repeat. It was Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve, coming together to live together for life. First thing. So you cannot call it marriage if it's not between a male and a female, and if they are not committed to be with each other for life. Number 2, marriage is an indication of maturity. It's a very critical thing in Christian marriage. You must be an adult to be married. It's a man, not a boy. Getting married to a woman, not a girl. So the Christian marriage, it does not allow children marriages. You have to be an adult, because once you are married, you create a new estate, a new homestead, and people must respect you enough to leave you on your own. Thirdly, if it's a Christian marriage, or in marriage is the only place you are allowed to have sex. Sex before your wedding, or before you're committed to this lady, or sex outside the committed lady you are committed with, or then we're committed with, is called sexual immorality. And God condemns it. You can't do sex. And fourthly, if you are looking at the book of Genesis, marriage is about procreation. In other words, the way God wanted to help them to keep the commission. You know, there's a great commandment and the great commission. This great commandment, they were to fill the earth. And the only way you can fill with that legally, spiritually, in a holy way, is by getting married. That's why the reason for sex was for pleasure and procreation, reproducing yourself. That's what marriage is.
That's what, from the biblical perspective.
Yes.
This is the Shepherd and You Midweek Connection from the Green Pastures Tabernacle Church. My name is Bishop Stanley Mwalili, and this is a very healthy discussion, not just for young people, but for all of us, because it touches on something that affects all of us. We're either in it, or there's someone that's close to us that is in it, and we need to work together to help reverse some of the negative effects that we are seeing, especially in the area of marriage and all the problems that are coming up with it. I'm joined by John Nganga. Elder John is a renowned brother in the Lord, a seasoned person that has walked with the Lord for many years, has walked with young people, middle-aged people, and he is now openly just teaching and encouraging people, and we are privileged to have him here. So John, as we continue now, so that we solidify this, what would you say are the non-negotiable biblical ideals or essentials of marriage?
Yeah, several.
Yes.
And they still come from the book. They still come from the book of Genesis.
Yeah.
First of all, divorce is not an option. The church today, and increasingly so, are giving the impression if two people don't agree in marriage, they just divorce. We must know that's a non-negotiable requirement of the scriptures, especially because God has taught forgiveness. So we need to talk about that, because remember, we are dealing with young people who can't see marriage lasting. There are too many divorces. Let's teach that you need to be you need to be in marriage for life.
Mm.
And if you don't intend to go for life, don't touch it. Keep off marriage. Once you enter, you have entered a car without a reverse gear.
Yeah.
So therefore, you must keep going on.
Yes.
And I think that to me is non-negotiable. This idea that I don't like you, you are looking too fat. You know, the other day, the husband told the wife that you have several kilos. I never married.
Wow.
Now, obviously, the marriage on its way to the end, and it collapsed.
Yeah.
I mean, you need to understand. We must teach as a requirement. I don't know where the idea came that when you are uncomfortable with each other, you leave. No, it's a biblical requirement.
It's for life.
Jesus put it in good language. Let what God has joined together, no man put asunder.
Including those who are both in a relationship and those who are out.
Yes. So I think this is very important. To me, that's non-negotiable.
Yes.
For Jesus to be addressing it, it's non-negotiable. Number two, we must teach the requirement of God joining marriage. Come we stay is not biblical. Because Jesus is saying, let what God has joined together. Not where two people agree, I love you, let's stay together. That's not biblical. The biblical requirement is that Christ joins you. Of course, we see a pastor doing it, but only doing it because Jesus is saying what God has joined, although he knows the pastor will pronounce
do
it.
Yeah,
but
because God himself will not come to do
but
it.
The pastor is doing it in the name of God. So you cannot call yourself married until God, through a pastor, has pronounced you. So because a lot of people are asking, what a wedding for? Where is it in the Bible? You need a wedding. It is there. What God has joined is what cannot be separated. And that joining, we call it a wedding. The money side, like we have been saying, is not part of it. But the pastor pronouncing you husband and wife is a biblical requirement. And when I keep telling young people, if you are in a come we stay, it will soon be come we go. Because is a come, is a go. And that's why some of these people separations are coming because there wasn't a process. Because a wedding forces a process. Before the pastor marries you, they'll say, have you told your parents? By telling your parents, they say, have you thought about it? So that thing causes you to think before staying together. And when you finally commit, it's a considered action. The Anglican prayer book actually says these things should not be done without thinking. And I think the prayer book is correct. So to me, that's a non-negotiable. Weddings are non-negotiable. Not the money, not the tea, but joining together. Because I have no other understanding of the word, what God has joined. How can you say you are joined and all you paid was some dowry? It's a clan said you are married. They are not representing God.
God is not there.
No. You need to have a Christian. If you want a Christian marriage, you need to have a Christian wedding. And that to me is thirdly, is a non-negotiable. We must say no to sexual immorality.
Yes.
The word of God is absolutely clear. In fact, even when God wants to blame Israel for not relating well, he uses that example. So the Bible is full of that issue of sexual immorality. You need to understand you cannot have a good marriage. If you ever, there are many things you can disagree with in marriage, and it survives. But even Jesus talked about it. The idea of a man sleeping with another woman when he's already married, he needs to know that it's like death. It's just like if you have employees. There are things they do, you give them a penalty. There are things you do. But if they stole from you,
then you dismiss them.
It's what I think we used to call it summary dismissal. So, and you need to understand you cannot. The moment you marry a girl, she may add kilos, like that husband said, but you are only sex partner, nobody else. And now I'm talking
with or without kilos.
Yes. And now I'm talking like it's a problem of men. These days there are many girls who say, in fact, I had another one saying, we are not soulmates. I said, what do you mean by soulmates? So he says they don't feel, we don't feel each other.
There's no chemistry.
There's no chemistry.
Yeah.
But they're already married.
Yeah.
So when she wants chemistry, she goes to another man. And when the boy explains, can't you see we don't quite
click?
Now,
that's a word.
It needs to be understood
that
once you are you are married, you can't enter into such things.
Okay.
And we teach it properly, and we are not teaching we are not just teaching the people that are married. Sunday school children must be taught about marriage. So that by the time they are becoming teenagers, by the time they are entering into their 20s, they have really formed what a Christian marriage is. And I hope that will help in the process.
Okay.
To me, these are non-negotiables.
Those are non-negotiables.
Yeah, but of course, what we have not mentioned so far is that marriage is kept together by love. So it's important to understand we must have love, and this love must be agape. Love. Love without reciprocation. That means if your wife doesn't like you, you still like her.
If she doesn't treat you well?
If she doesn't treat you, you still love her. Because agape love means love that does not wait for reciprocation. And the Bible says in Romans chapter 12, if you keep loving someone who is not having you, it's like you're putting coals of fire. You'll finally give in. So, my suggestion is we teach about it before, during, and throughout the life of a marriage.
Wow.
Love.
Amazing stuff that we are hearing here today. So now that you have mentioned the wedding, is wedding the same as marriage?
No. Let me say 3 things about wedding. Last Saturday, I was called by one of the brothers to receive the in-laws who are coming to the boys' people are coming to his house, and I told them that they need to understand wedding and marriage are not the same. Wedding is a beginning of something, but does not determine the quality of the marriage. So if we are preparing for marriage, please spend more time preparing for marriage,
not the wedding.
Than for the wedding. So let's be clear.
So the wedding is what we call the
ceremony.
Wedding
is simply a 1 hour, 30 minutes thing.
Yeah.
It's a declaration by a pastor, by that you are man and wife, after he has confirmed that you have committed to stay together. We call them vows. So a wedding is when you say your vows, and when you are pronounced man and wife. That's a wedding. It's a 5, 10, 30, 1 hour affair. Marriage is a lifetime. That's why, again, the Anglican prayer book says in sickness and in health, whatever, it is from that moment. You may be only 22, 23 years, and you are going to die at the age of 97. 70 years together.
Yeah.
In that 70 years, there will be happy times, difficult times, and along the way, one of you may become totally helpless.
Yeah.
And you have to become the nurse. Now, so that's what marriage is. Staying together for life through thick and thin, through ups and downs. That's what marriage is really about.
So nowadays there is talk about traditional or cultural weddings. So what makes a marriage Christian? And then what about the wedding? Because now we are having weddings that are taking a traditional element, but then the wedding is Christian.
Yeah.
I mean, the marriage is Christian. So can you help us navigate that?
I've written it
in this book.
In this book,
yes.
Yeah, it's marriage, Christian, traditional.
Yes.
But let's talk about the wedding. Since we have agreed the wedding is a pronouncement, you can't be pronounced twice. So if you choose to have a traditional wedding, please ignore the church one.
Yeah.
It's a joke. Because you're already married.
Yeah.
The other day I was talking to a premarital class, and somebody put up their hand and they asked, I don't understand my pastor. Because they assume because I'm an older man, I'll understand more than the pastor. My pastor told me to stop to throw away my girlfriend from my house. Yet I have paid the dowry. We were pronounced The parents agreed. We're just waiting for a church wedding. We are together. She's mine. Now, you can see...
Yeah, the confusion.
You can see the confusion.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be clear.
Yeah.
The traditional requirement that you get the two families together, that's okay. It's biblical.
And that's not a wedding.
And that's not a wedding.
Yeah.
Put it better, you are seeking permission to go and wed.
Yeah.
That's what traditional process is. It has absolutely nothing to do with a wedding. That's why you can't do an endeo, because that's a wedding.
Yeah.
You can't do a gurario, that's a wedding.
Yeah.
But to go to in-laws, the boys' people to go to the girls' people with the relatives to say, we are interested in this girl, give us permission. Those are the words. Give us permission to take her to church for a wedding. That's okay. Do it the Luya way, do it the Taita way, that's okay. But out of the traditional requirements, remove the one of pronouncing you husband and wife. Okay. Or you are not getting married, you are getting permission to marry. If you are a Christian, the only marriage is the church one. You can't have two. The moment you have the traditional wedding, you are negating or making useless the church one. They call it the white wedding.
Yeah, the white wedding.
Yeah, and it doesn't. And if you talk, especially in Kikuyu now, they are saying if you want a wife who will stay, the church one doesn't work. Yeah, you must do gurario. You must do the Kikuyu one. Now, you can say, so we need to. You can see it's not very complicated. A Christian wedding is done in church. Yeah, a traditional wedding is when the elders and the clan pronounce you man and wife. In the homestead. In the homestead. Yeah. That is a traditional wedding. Yeah. They may, of course, if you are Kikuyu, they also pour some little wine to the ground. They also slaughter. Like the word gurario means shedding blood. So you can't do a Kikuyu wedding without blood. That's according to them. The church one, there are no requirements of that nature. The blood was shed only. In Calvary. The blood of Calvary is adequate. Is enough, yes. So you can see the two things. And we need to come out very, very clear. You cannot claim to be a Christian, and go through a traditional wedding. But as a Christian, you still can respect your parents, go through the process. So you must take your traditional process, do what is innocent, what is not in line with the scriptures, you actually remove it. We are Christians, but we come from backgrounds that have some cultural aspects. All of us. Last time you talked about culture and which ones, I think those who watch that program should not be confused. But can you just elaborate a little bit? So as Christians, what cultural practices relating to marriage should we practice? And what one shouldn't we? I think that is where the issue is. I think now we have... Last time we were talking generally. Yeah, generally. Now we are talking about marriage. Yes. But there are things we say that the scriptures say. Yes. Number one, anything in the wedding process that it can be pronounced as worship is a no-go zone. You know, somebody was saying that they must be given some little alcohol in order to pour to the for you to be blessed. To the ancestors. Yeah. That's worship. Yeah. And you can't. The word blessing and the word curse are religious words. So you do not want those kind of blessings in the so that's the first thing. So the first thing you check is it worship. We are in Acts chapter 15. They were told they must abstain from any worship of idols. And we also saw that in 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 20, any religious ceremony of Gentiles is idol worship. So you can see clearly that. So go through the wedding process and see anything that promises to bless you. And if you don't do it, you'll be cast. That's something that are no-go zone. That brings us to the next one. We were told to abstain from blood. So, although there is nothing wrong with the families eating together, since you now realize in the wedding process, the blood is being shed for a reason, I always encourage people in the wedding process, buy meat from a butchery. Don't slaughter in your own home. Even if you are innocent, The other people don't think it's innocently. And that's what Paul talks about. That although meat offered to idols is nothing, but if you for the other people's conscience, don't do it. That's why I would not encourage anybody to slaughter, even if it's meat you want, in the wedding process. Because the Bible is saying no shedding of blood. So therefore that must be removed. So whether in there or whatever, the Luyas have it, the Luos have it, that slaughtering in the wedding process, the Bible is saying no shedding of blood. Therefore you cannot get involved in it. Thirdly, you cannot enter into purchase. Dowry in the alternative word for dowry is called bride price.
Yeah, bride price.
Go to the Genesis chapter 24 and see Abraham setting an example on how to deal with Odoni, the in-law relationship. He doesn't go in person. He sends his servant,
Eliezer.
And Eliezer goes to the place. They start by giving a testimony. This young man, this is what God has said. I told God, God has done. The parents of Rebecca say, this of the Lord. Then they ask the girl, are you willing to go? Yes. They said, it's okay, you can go. They asked for no dowry of any nature. So if you want to follow a biblical example, clearly, Eliezer went outside and came with the gifts, but he was not asked for it. Number two, he gave gift to everybody, but did not give the father. That's how we know. With somebody watching and is doubting it, just check for yourself in Genesis 24. The father was given nothing among the gifts. In order to be sure, people keep claiming, but Eliezer paid dowry. No. There was no dowry there. Dowry is not something you can use. Every time dowry is mentioned in the Bible, it's funny. Like this girl who is raped, and the people are offering to pay dowry as much as you ask. And of course, they ended up dying.
Yeah.
Or you come to Eliezer, or come to Laban.
Laban, yes.
Who is literally molesting his nephew.
Yeah.
And tricking him.
Yeah, for
By the time
years.
they were parting, he says, you have cheated me, I don't know how many times.
Yeah.
That's not an example you can follow.
Yeah.
Then you come to the New Testament.
Yeah.
The New Testament talks about marriage. In the Gospels, in the letters of Paul, in the letters of Peter, even in Revelation, but never about dowry. Somewhere along the way, although we see examples of dowry in the Old Testament, Christianity has no dowry. And you can see, don't say, these are Wazungu customs. The custom of dowry was among the Jews. But when they became Christians, it seems to have just dropped off. So as a Christian man, that's why when my children were getting married, I can't ask for dowry. What biblical example can I follow? So those are the things which in the traditions, whereas I'm backing the whole idea of visiting each other, asking each other, seeking permission, the boys' people as they come, if they are really Christians, they will not come to visit empty-handed. They will come with some gifts.
Stuff. Gifts.
But we must differentiate gifts and dowry. Dowry has three conditions. Number one, it's demanded. Remember, it's a price.
It's demanded.
It's demanded. It's a price. So the girls' people will be saying, I want 1 million. No, 2 million. That's what we call negotiation. The word negotiation it's not a Christian word. If dowry is demanded, that's why there are negotiations. Number two, it's recorded.
Yes.
Because you may not clear all of it. So it has to be recorded so that you know how far you have gone. Number three, it is refundable.
Okay.
If I take you a girl, then she turns out to be barren, and I was marrying her, so I had to give my children, in Luya custom, in Kikuyu customs, in whatever customs, if you return the girl, the dowry is refunded. And Kenyan courts have confirmed it. There was a girl in Eldoret where the man, when she left, the man asked for dowry. And the court agreed. That's a traditional requirement. A gift, again, has three things. A gift is given by the giver freely.
Voluntarily. It's not demanded.
No, it's not demanded. It's you who tell. Number two, if you choose the gift, it's not refundable.
Yeah.
Even if you gave 2 million, then after that, the marriage breaks. It was a gift. Number three, gifts are not counted since you'll not be recorded. So it's not you give what? No. Whatever gift. If you are really a Christian father, whatever gift the boys people come with, you accept it because you're not selling your daughter. Of course, I'm not suggesting the boy should come with nothing. If he is really a Christian boy, he will give whatever he could have given, even if it was demanded. Because
even over and above what could have been demanded.
Yeah, or even more than what was demanded. Because he's going freely.
Yeah.
But in addition to that, the father of the girl would also give towards the couple. Because basically they are becoming another lot. Yeah. So I hope you can see clearly there are things we can continue. 3 things in our tradition which you continue is don't marry before seeking your parents' permission.
Consent.
Because that's what my understanding of the commandment. Honor your father and mother. It's traditional, it's actually biblical. Number 2, the fact that you involve several people in this acceptance process, which are traditional, and there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it,
and it brings community into
because this
community
couple will operate within a community.
Yes,
that's something that should be done.
Correct.
Number 3, eating together, nothing wrong. But 3 things that are wrong in the tradition is anything that is you are doing in order to get a blessing or doing in order to avoid a curse. Now we are protected by the blood of Jesus, not things we do in the wedding process. Any slaughter or shedding of blood or pouring of alcohol, those things are not God's own. And thirdly, purchasing a girl and dowry is not a biblical example. Dowry is regarded as a spiritual thing. That when you have dowry, you will get blessings from the ancestors. It's ancestral. Dowry are connected to ancestral worship. That's why even when you give dowry, you give according to what the ancestors say. And in Kikuyu land, they are talking these days to say that the reason a lot of people are having trouble in their marriages is because they did not pay enough dowry. And the ancestors are unhappy. It's a spiritual thing. So you need to come to where you are able to tell your father, the reason I'm refusing is because I want blessings. And I don't want any from the ancestors. I want my blessings from God.
Not ancestors.
No, I do not want ancestors blessing me. I want God to bless me. Now, that's why dowry is a source of blessing. And you are getting blessings of ancestors. That's why you must pour a little alcohol.
For them.
For them, so they can bless you. You know the same thing like a girl who is single and wants her children to get married. It cannot be done because the ancestors will be in your case.
Yeah, so you have to get the dowry paid.
Yes.
Or pay something.
Or pay for yourself.
Wow.
Something they are calling camueredo. All because of the fear of ancestral spirit. Now, what I am now getting disappointed is you are having Christians doing it. You are having Christian single mothers going to pay dowry